Okay, so today we're going to dive into something that I think we can all relate to, and that's energy.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
feeling energized, feeling like you can take on the day.
Essential, right?
But we're taking it a step further and looking at the connection between energy and something that might surprise you.
Okay.
Water.
Water.
So we've got this excerpt here that really dives deep into the importance of water for our bodies.
Okay.
But the thing is, water has 0 calories.
Right.
So how can something that doesn't give us any like direct fuel actually be so important for, feeling energized?
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? Because, we tend to think of our energy coming from the food that we eat.
Right, exactly.
Right? So, things like carbohydrates and fats and proteins, those are kind of like, the fuel.
Yeah, those are the things that are supposed to give us the energy.
Right? Exactly. The water plays
It plays a really important role. It's kind of like behind the scenes.
Okay.
But it's super critical for how our body uses energy.
Okay, so help me understand this a little bit better.
Yeah.
If water is not the fuel itself,
right,
then how is it helping us to feel energized?
So think about it this way.
Okay.
Our bodies are constantly at work, right? They're little machines converting the food that we eat into usable energy. And that usable energy comes in the form of a molecule called ATP.
Okay.
Adenosine triphosphate.
Okay.
And water is essential for this conversion process.
Okay.
You can think of it almost as like oil in a machine.
Okay. So it's not the fuel.
It's not the fuel itself.
But it keeps things
running smoothly. Exactly.
Okay.
It helps make sure that all the parts are working together.
I got it.
To create that energy. So it's like the delivery system.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the infrastructure almost that allows the energy to flow throughout our bodies.
Gotcha.
But it goes beyond just that. Water is also important for regulating our body temperature. And, even being a little bit dehydrated can make our bodies work harder to maintain that stable temperature.
Right. So it's using up energy.
It's using up more energy.
Just to stay at the right temperature.
Exactly. So it's really important.
The excerpt actually mentions daily intake recommendations.
Yes.
It says 15.5 cups for men.
Wow.
And 11.5 cups for women.
That's a lot of water.
I know. I mean, it seems
to
daunting for sure.
To be drinking that much.
Absolutely.
So,
Is there any danger in...
That's a great question.
Drinking too much water?
So, those are general guidelines? Okay.
And everyone's needs are going to be a little bit different.
Right. Of course.
How much water you need is going to depend on, how active you are, what the climate's like, where you live, your overall health.
So how much you're sweating.
Exactly. If you're sweating a lot,
you
need to replenish those fluids.
Gotcha.
But overdoing it on water is possible.
Okay.
But it's not super common.
Okay.
The best thing to do is really listen to your body.
Right. If you're thirsty, drink.
Exactly. Thirst is a really good indicator that you need to drink more.
Okay. So the source also talks about swapping sugary drinks for water.
Yes.
And I feel like I've heard that advice so many times.
Right.
But I'm still curious.
Yeah.
Does that simple swap really make a difference?
It does.
In how much energy we have?
It really does.
Okay.
So when you cut out sugary drinks...
You're eliminating those, sugar highs and crashes that you get from...
That I think we all watch.
Sugar rush and then the crash.
Exactly.
Right.
So.
And those fluctuations in blood sugar can really affect your energy levels.
And make you feel really tired and sluggish.
Exactly.
When that sugar wears off.
Exactly. And on the other hand, when you're staying consistently hydrated with water... your body is able to maintain a more steady, balanced energy level
throughout the day.
Oh. So it's like instead of being on this
roller coaster
of energy,
you're kind of cruising along at a nice steady pace.
That's a much better analogy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's much more pleasant
than a roller coaster.
Exactly.
I remember one time I was working on a deadline and I was so focused on getting my work done
that I completely forgot to drink water.
Oh, no.
For hours.
Oh, yeah.
And by the afternoon, I was just I hit a wall.
You crashed.
I totally crashed. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I finally, forced myself to drink
some water.
A giant glass of water that I actually started to feel
human again.
Like a person again.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing how
it is amazing.
Simple thing can have such a
huge impact.
Big impact.
It really is. And it's often, those personal experiences.
Right.
That really drive the point home. It's one thing to read about it.
Right.
But when you actually experience it, it's like, oh, wow.
Makes a difference.
This is real.
Okay, so even though water doesn't contain any calories itself,
right,
it's clearly a key player in how our bodies make and use energy.
Exactly. It's like the unsung hero of energy production.
I like that, the unsung hero.
Yes.
So how about this week?
Okay.
Everyone listening, just pay attention to your water intake.
Be mindful of it.
Yeah. And see how you feel throughout the day.
Exactly.
Especially if you usually reach for those sugary drinks.
Right. For soda or juice.
See how much of a difference it makes.
See if you notice a difference.
Yeah.
In your energy levels.
Yeah.
I think you might be surprised at the impact.
I think so too.
Just staying well hydrated.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
I enjoyed it.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.